Hi everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning. My name is Patricia. I'm one of the teachers at Laughing Lotus, and I'm going to be taking you through a 20-minute practice this morning. It's going to be geared towards anxiety, towards stress, just decompressing the mind a little bit. We'll start with some pranayama, some breath work, and then we'll get into some movement. Hi everyone, I see everyone joining. Oh, hi Stacy, hi Christina. So you'll need you'll need a pillow or a blanket to sit on. And if you have blocks available, those would be great to have on hand. But if not, don't worry about it. You can also grab some cans or some water bottles. Either way, it'll be slow, mindful movement, but we'll still move the body, right? A lot of times anxiety is just pent up energy in the body, so we definitely want to get that going. So find a comfortable seat on your mat. And you can grab your blocks or your pillow or your blanket to sit on. You can sit in hero's pose or cross-legged pose. And then we'll find a nice comfortable seat. Allow the palms to face down on your thighs, and just for a moment, allow your eyes to close. And then feel the ground beneath you. Feel the tops of the feet grounding down, the crown of the head rising, a little bit of length in the spine. And we'll start our practice with alternate nostril breathing, so Nadi Shodhana. Bring the peace fingers of your right hand to your third eye. And before we start, just give yourself a nice little massage here in a circular motion. And then bring the thumb to the right nostril and the index finger to the left nostril. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the nose. And then you close the right nostril with the thumb. Take a breath in through the left nostril. Close the left nostril. Open the right and exhale. Inhale through the right nostril. Close right and exhale left. Inhale through the left. Close left and exhale right. Inhale right. Close right. Exhale left. Inhale through the left nostril. Close left and exhale right. And then continue this on your own pace. You can play with elongating the breath a little bit, stretching it. You might even play with a slight retention of the breath as you inhale and as you exhale. So the beautiful thing about alternate nostril breathing is that it not only helps calm our nervous system, it also helps balance the Ida and the Pingala nadis in our body. So it helps balance the masculine and the feminine, right? Bringing everything back into this equilibrium so we can move with ease. So keep it going. Breathe into it, and if the mind begins to wander, you come back to the breath. And then next time you exhale through the right nostril, allow both palms to face down on your thighs again. I'll give you a few seconds to finish up. And then together, we'll take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. One more time, just like that. Deep breath in, fill up. Belly, chest, lungs, open the mouth, exhale. Nice. Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning. We'll get started in a tabletop position, and let's begin to move our body a little bit. So you can place your blocks, if you have them, the top of your mat. And then go ahead and meet me in a tabletop position. So stacking the shoulders on top of the wrists, the hips on top of the knees. And we'll go ahead and take a few rounds of cat and cow. So as you inhale, you can drop your belly, lift your gaze, lift your tailbone, draw the navel in, keep the core a little engaged. And on the breath out, press the floor away and round through the spine. Drop the gaze, press into that space in between the shoulder blades. Inhale to arch your spine and look forward. And then exhale to round and tune in. Breath in, opens the front of the heart, glide the shoulder blades together. And breath out opens the back of the heart. And then you take a few of these on your own, and you can play with tucking or maybe untucking the toes as you move, allowing some fluidity to enter. Shifting your hips from side to side, nodding your head yes, and then shaking your head no. And then find stillness. And then tuck your toes and shift your hips up and back. We'll meet in our first downward facing dog. And this is very early, so you can keep a bend in your knees. Maybe keep the heels lifted a little bit. So today is not about how deep we can get into each posture, it's about being in each posture. It's about finding the breath. And then if you haven't already, begin to engage your Ujjayi breath. So inhaling and exhaling through the nose. But trust that if that's not serving you today, you can let it go. You can breathe in the way that you need to breathe. From here, step your right foot forward. Footsteps in between the hands, knee on top of the ankle. And if you need to drop your back knee down, you can do that. Let's find an easy twist. Right arm reaches high towards the ceiling. You can tent onto your left fingertips here to get a little more space, and then rotate your left ribs out from underneath your right. Lean back with the upper body. Stay strong through the legs, and then find the expansiveness of your breath. So big breathing. Deep breath in. Right hand down towards the mat. We'll meet in a forward fold at the top of your mat. Bring your left foot to meet your right. You can grab opposite elbows here. You might even interlace the hands behind the nape of the neck and just allow yourself to kind of hang over your legs. Again, a deep bend in the knees is invited. Find a little more release in the lower back. And then release the hands down. Find a halfway lift. Hands can come onto shins, peel the shoulders back, open the front of the heart. And on the breath out, fold forward. Breath in, rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. So catch a prayer above the head. If your neck allows, you might even look up, grow tall. And then bring the prayer through you down towards the earth, Uttanasana, forward fold. Step the right foot back as you inhale. And then downward facing dog, exhale. Shift forward into a plank pose for the breath in. And then drop your knees, wide-legged child's pose as you breathe out. Hips sit back. And this is a beautiful place to maybe put a pillow or a block underneath the forehead to bring the floor a little closer to you. Begin to crawl your hands over towards the left. You can tent onto the fingers. Sit really heavy into your right hips and then breathe into the right side of your body. A nice stretch to get into the intercostals, so those muscles in between your ribs. Then crawl your way back to center and over towards the right. Hips sit heavy towards the left. Breathe into the armpits, breathe into the lungs, and then allow your breath to create the space. Crawl your hands back to center. Shift forward, tabletop position. Tuck your toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. And if at any point you lost the breath, come back to it. Right. Left foot steps forward. Again, right knee can drop down, or you can keep it as is. Find your easy twist. Left arm reaches high towards the ceiling. Take your gaze up, rotate your heart space open, and fill up through the lungs, both lungs. Breathe it in. And on the breath out, left hand can come down. Forward fold is where we meet. And again, opposite elbows or hands behind the nape of your neck. Allow the crown of the head to fall towards the earth. And find the sensation of grounding through the feet. So feel the earth beneath you. Hands down towards the earth. Find a halfway lift, breathe it in. And fold as you breathe out. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Rise all the way up, catch the prayer above your head, look up. Slowly all the way back down towards the earth. Hands down. Left foot steps back for the breath in. And then downward facing dog as you breathe out. Plank pose shifts you forward. Drop your knees, child's pose, exhale. Take a moment here. Connect to the support beneath you. Feel the tops of the feet. Feel the palms of the hands. Feel the forehead on the mat. And then we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Shift forward, tuck your toes, hips up and back. We'll begin to move here. Step your right foot forward. Left heel spirals down. Let's find an early warrior two. Cartwheel the arms open. So again, it doesn't have to be the deepest warrior two, but find your feet. Press into the outer edge of the left foot, the sole of the right foot. Energetically glide them together to engage the legs, look forward. Steady your gaze. Right leg lengthens as you inhale. Shift forward, forward, and down. Triangle pose, exhale. Left arm reaches high towards the ceiling. Continue to spiral the heart space open. Look towards your left hand. And again, find your breath here. Where can you breathe a little bit deeper? Left palm faces towards the front of the room. Reach, reach, reach. Hands down towards the earth. Frame your right foot, low lunge. Look forward to prepare. Inhale. Forward fold, top of your mat as you exhale. Halfway lift, hands on shins. Stay halfway lifted. Bring your hands to your hips and rise all the way up to stand. Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a moment here. Bring the palms to meet at heart center, Anjali Mudra. The eyes can even close for just a moment. And then begin to shift the weight into the left foot. Draw the right knee in towards your chest. We'll come into a tree pose, so right hand can help the right foot. Sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. And it's early, so it might be a little wobbly, and that's okay. Steady your gaze. Ground in towards your left foot. If balance is not happening today, that's okay too. The toes can rest on the mat. But wherever you are, find a sense of stability. And then see if you can grow a little bit taller. Breathe a little bit bigger. Beautiful. Draw the right knee back in towards the chest. Stay strong with a deep breath in. Right foot meets left Utkatasana chair pose on the breath out. And the hands can stay at heart center here. The feet can be hips width distance apart. Let it be gentle and let it be healing for you. Lengthen the tailbone down to create a little more length in the lower back. Breath in. Forward fold for the breath out. Step the right foot, then the left foot back, downward facing dog. And if you practice vinyasas, you can take them at any point throughout this class. I'm going to skip them just for the purpose of length. Left foot steps forward. Right heel spirals down. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2, open it up. Strong through the legs. Steady your gaze. Find your breath. Right? Equal amount of grounding and lifting through the crown of the head, through the heart space. Lengthen the left leg. Breathe in. Reach forward, forward, forward. Down. Trikonasana triangle pose for the breath out. Right arm high towards the ceiling. Barely any weight in the left hand here. The hand can even be on the thigh. Go where you find the most space, the most breath. Right fingertips reach towards the front of the room. Find the length in the right side of the body. Big breath in. Hands down towards the mat. Frame your left foot. Lunge pose. Look forward to prepare. Forward fold as you exhale. As many steps as it takes to get there. Nice. And then we'll find a halfway lift. Hands on shins, shoulders back. Front of the heart opens. Breathe it in. Hands on hips. Rise all the way up. Find the grounding in the feet. Hands can come to heart center. Left knee draws in towards your chest. We'll find a tree pose. Sole of the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Ground into your right foot. Opening the left hip any amount. Again, don't worry about going so deep. Find the sensations of stability, the sensations of grounding. The here and the now. breathing, growing taller. And then draw the left knee back in towards your chest. Bend your right knee, Utkatasana chair pose. Feet can be hips width distance apart. Give yourself a little space here. Allow the hips to sit just a little bit lower than they did last time. Engagement through the core, engagement through the glutes. Forward fold, let it go. Halfway lift, breathe it in. Plant the hand, step the left foot and then the right foot back. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. Deep breath in through the nose, fill up. Open the mouth, let it go. One more time, just like that. Deep breath in, fill up belly, chest, lungs. Open the mouth, stick out your tongue. Plank pose as you inhale. And then one straight line. You can drop your knees if you have to. Lower all the way down. Keep the hands underneath the shoulders. And lift up, baby cobra. Lifting to the first ribs only here. Barely any weight in the hands. Look slightly forward so you have a long back of the neck. And think sternum reaching forward and up. Breathe into the heart space. On the breath out, left ear towards the mat. We'll come up one more time here. And you have an option to lift a little bit higher into your cobra pose. So press into the hands lightly. You can stop on the first rib, look forward and find your breath here. Or maybe just a little bit higher. Think sternum lifting up and forward. Stay out of the lower back. Big breath in. On the breath out, all the way down towards the mat. Your hands are going to help you. Just kind of flip over onto your back. And then from here, soles of the feet onto the mat. Arms alongside the body. Fingertips can graze your heels. Press into your feet and lift your hips. You have a bridge pose. You can wedge the shoulders underneath you any amount. This is a beautiful place to just take some blocks underneath the sacrum and allow it to be a little more restorative. Otherwise, energize through the legs. Think sternum moving into the chin, chin away from the sternum, lifting the heart space up. One more breath in. And on the breath out, vertebra by vertebra, allow yourself to roll all the way down towards the mat. Step the feet wide. Allow the knees to knock in towards one another. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Eyes are closed. Feel the ground beneath you supporting you. Feel the breath supporting you. And feel the moment of the here and now. Not the past, not the future. The only thing that's real, the only thing that's actually happening is the present. Draw your knees in towards your chest. You can wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a nice little hug. And then allow the knees to fall over towards the left. Cactus the right arm out. If you have space, you might even tee it out towards the side. Take your gaze over towards the right. If you have any tension in the lower back, a block or a pillow in between the thighs is going to help alleviate that a little bit. And then you fill up. You breathe into the organs, you breathe in to the lungs, into the heart, into the shoulder. And then draw the knees back in towards center. And over towards the right. Cactus the left arm up. Take the gaze towards the left. No anxiety and stress can physically show in the body through tight jaws, tight shoulders. But anxiety also lives in the gut. So really allowing yourself to wring out that the center of our ego, right? Not good or bad. Just allowing to stimulate it a little bit. Draw the knees back in towards your chest. Happy baby. Grab the outer edges of the feet. Soles of the feet reach up. And if this is too much for you, you can hang on to the backs of the thighs instead. Otherwise, outer edges of the feet, peel the shoulders back, lengthen the tailbone down towards the mat, long back of the neck. And just as we did during this entire class, notice where you can send your breath. Where can you create the space? And you can rock from side to side if that feels good, maybe lengthening one leg and then lengthening the other leg. And then when you're ready, knees draw back in towards your chest. Bring your forehead to meet your knees. You can tense every single muscle in your body here. Take a deep breath in. And on the breath out, let everything go. Coming into our final pose, Shavasana, but I'll encourage you that if you have a wall nearby, you can bring your legs up the wall. Otherwise, close the eyes and stay here for just a holy moment. Allow the breath to carry you. Allow the breath to guide you. The inhales, the exhales, the warmth, the cooling, the yin, the yang, the feminine, the masculine, balance between all of them. And before we end, I would like to share a quote with you. And it's by Astrid Aluda. And she says, "Don't let your mind bully your body into believing it must carry the burden of its worries." I'll repeat that one more time for you. Don't let your mind bully your body into believing it must carry the burden of its worries. If you're ready, know that you can stay as you are as long as you need to, but if you'd like to be guided out, gently step the soles of the feet onto the ground beneath you. And then roll over onto one side of your body into a fetal position. So whichever side comes most natural to you. Take a moment there. Fetal position is such a beautiful pose because it symbolizes rebirth, renewal. Trusting that we can always start again, right? Wherever we are. Nothing is permanent. Gently come to a seat. And face into the direction that you need. Maybe you face the window, maybe you face your cat, your dog. Bring the hands to heart center. And we'll seal this practice in with the collective sound of Om. Sound of everything, the sound of love. Take a deep breath in. Om. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, for practicing with me for these 20 minutes. If you have any questions, you can send them over to my Instagram. If you feel so inclined to donate, I would suggest buying yourself a class, maybe a friend a class, just supporting the studio and then supporting yourself and your growth and your mental health. All right, namaste everybody, and thank you guys so much.